This is Ancona Talk. Our channel is for the ambitious, for the hungry, for those who will never quit and always produce results and find a way to succeed. Here you're going to get access to a series of hand-picked interviews conducted by Peter J. Ancona as we explore the strengths, ambitions, and mindsets of the top producers at Ancona Real Estate and also our dedicated community leaders. So we encourage you, keep growing, keep learning, and one day soon, we could end up interviewing you right here. Enjoy today's video. Dean, thank you for coming to Ancona Talk, and we're going to have a little bit of fun today. And I know that you've been around, you're a senior agent, and you've had major accomplishments, which we're going to highlight.
Thank you.
But I want to bring you back in time first.
Let's do it.
I want to bring you back in time because I know prior to becoming a realtor, you were an entrepreneur with several successful businesses, including clothing and music, and you have some social media fame.
Yes.
But I want to bring you to the moment where you said, I want to become a real estate agent. This is the day, this is the time I was looking for a new venture. What was that?
So I was a musician, had a lot of fun doing it, found a lot of success in it. And I was like, I want to do something more. I don't know, do I want to sell houses? Do I want to do this? I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to get my real estate license and try it out, see how I like it. If I like it, I'll keep going. If I don't like it, whatever. At least I know I tried. I got my license, started off, decided that I did like doing it, started off with a lot smaller sales. My first sale was $220,000, I think, and then just kept building from there. And I found out that I enjoyed it a lot, and I just kept pushing.
But do you remember the day that you're like, I want to become a realtor?
No.
Was there like, were you watching Netflix and it like popped in your brain? And
well, actually, I used to always watch like the $1 Million Listing shows, and I was like, this looks like a lot of fun.
Okay.
And I mean, maybe then.
All right, so you go out, you get the license, I'm assuming you pass.
Yeah.
And then how did we cross paths? How did we find each other in this universe, this world? Like, how did we meet?
Well, actually, so like your YouTube stuff, obviously, but my mortgage lender that I worked very closely with started sending me like, Dean, like you should look for a different brokerage because I wasn't happy where I was at. And she just sent me like your YouTube channel. I was like, yo, this dude looks cool. Like, let me hit up Peter. So I hit up Peter. We set up an interview, went well, and that's where it all started.
And then we clicked because we have a lot of
a lot of stuff in
values.
common. Yeah, exactly.
Like so it was pretty cool.
Yep.
So then we have this big training at the company, which is about 125 hours. It's a three-month investment.
Yep.
Super intense. Really teaches the agent how to like up their game, be professional, market,
for sure,
get leads on their own, all that wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
And the kickoff that is a live day that's 12 hours where I have you get here at 7 a.m.
I remember.
And then you leave at 7 p.m. with a group
drove from Palm Beach.
With a group of more than 10 people.
Yes.
And I remember that you drove from Palm Beach.
Yeah.
And you were before everybody, you came to this training before every single person was here.
Yeah.
To Miami. So you had about an hour and a half drive and you beat out all the people that were like close here.
For sure.
And then you ended up becoming the leader of your group. But I want to know, from your perspective, how was that live day that we had together? Okay,
so I remember I wake up at 4 a.m. That's one of the things Peter taught me, is like wake up early. I'd always wake up early. I'd wake up at like 6:37, but I started pushing myself to wake up earlier. That specific day, I woke up at 4 a.m., felt great, went for a walk. And with traffic, it was going to be like 2 hours to the office. So I was like, I left here in Palm Beach at like 6 a.m. and I made it to the office. No, I left Palm Beach at 5 a.m. and I made it to the office at like 6:55 or something like that, or 6:50. And I was super excited. I was early. And that whole day was a very tedious, long day. Super tired after, but I was able to take in a lot of information. And I remember we had like a little manifestation paper where we wrote down like year 1, 2, 3, like what we wanted to accomplish those years after signing up with you. And like year 1, I wrote, I want to do 5 million in sales. Year 2, I wrote this. Year 3, I wrote that. And I'm like, honestly very close to hitting a lot of those goals. So a lot of stuff translated from that training day now.
Okay. And then what was like maybe an aha moment of, a lot of times people go through stuff they know, but it kind of like, okay, this really clicks for me and I'm going to be executing.
For sure.
Moving forward. Was there an aha moment?
I think just social media. So you're telling us to get into a routine regarding social media. and, you know, really working on your personal brand, because your personal brand is your business in this business. So I think all the advice you gave me with social media really translated in stuff I've done in the past. And I was able to kind of bring it here and become very good at it. And it helped me network, meet a lot of clients, and it's been a blessing.
Well, it's interesting with social media because you had the biggest following of your group,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you still got something from that, which I think was awesome.
For sure. And then I even started like a page for like my real estate rather than like having my personal page. And like with the advice you gave me and Jose gave me, I was able to like build up that real estate page as well.
And then what was the reaction of your friends, family, and clients as you start to go on this journey?
Yeah.
What were they saying to you?
So like they were super excited. My dad was in the real estate industry, so he was super happy to see me follow in his footsteps. And you know, I was telling people when I first started, I was like, guys, I'm gonna sell like $2 million places. I'm gonna get $5 million listings. I'm gonna sell to some of the biggest celebrities in the world. I know I'm gonna do it. And people were like, slow down. Like I've been doing this for 10 years, and like I don't sell a lot of stuff over $1 million. Like I sell like 3, 4. They're like, focus on the smaller stuff. Like the $300,000 houses pay the bills. And I was like, no. And then I started like focusing on like the larger listings and the larger deals. And again, with a lot of the training that I've taken from you and then a lot of experience that I've built and the people I've met, I've been able to start targeting those larger listings. And Peter always told me this, and it sticks by me to this day. You're going to put the same amount of work into getting a $5 million place sold as you're going to put into getting a $300,000 place sold. So I'd rather put my time and efforts into a larger listing and brand myself with that specific price range.
You know, I think intention is important.
Yeah.
Right. So you had the intention, and then you were brave enough to actually say it.
For sure.
Right, because you were saying it, and the people who have not accomplished that, it's natural that they'll give you that pushback.
100%.
But you still push forward.
100%.
Really
you
good.
have to.
You know, so in training, yeah, we say something, you know, similar. We say, you know, if you aim for the stars, you hit the moon.
100%, you do.
And then that leads us into a lot of the routines from training. So we had that live day. Everybody's pumped up, excited.
Yeah.
I remember you became the leader of your group, which was really cool.
Right? It was.
And then part of being the leader of the group is you have to go out into the field, and we set up 12 new construction tours.
Yep.
And in those tours, you're around multi-million-dollar places.
Oh my God, it's so cool.
$30 million. How was the experience of going week in, week out to all these expensive places that are branded, that are super luxury, that are the most beautiful places in the world?
Mm-hmm. So I believe environment is everything. So like putting yourself in that environment, envisioning it, and like seeing like what's out there, and like that people are actually like buying these places, and like if somebody else is selling it, you could sell it too. So like putting yourself in that room and giving yourself the opportunity and the product to sell is everything.
Was there a project that stood out to you that you're like, this is special?
Yeah.
I would live here in a heartbeat.
Bentley.
The Bentley.
Yeah,
okay.
crazy.
Tell me about the Bentley, and what was it for you?
So I'm a big car guy, love cars, and I love what they've done with like the car garages. And I just think the units are so custom fit to like that specific brand and that specific building. It looks like so different from all the other new pre-construction projects. And I just love what they're doing with the plates, and they're selling a lot of it.
I mean, you got 3 or 4 cars you can park inside your home,
It's crazy.
your apartment.
It's insane.
Which is pretty amazing.
And the views are insane.
The views are insane of the ocean and the other coastal.
Yep.
What would you say is your dream car on that topic? What's your dream car in the future? I know you've had many cars since you've been here.
Yeah.
What's your dream car?
I don't know. I really like, one of my dream cars is like a Ferrari F40. So it's like one of the older Ferraris. And then I like the old Lamborghinis. I forgot the name of it. I think it's called like the Diablo or something. I forgot the name. It's like the old one. It's in the Wolf of Wall Street movie.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have a Ferrari F40 story for you.
Yeah.
I grew up with a gentleman in New York, and there was a hurricane years ago.
Okay.
The only hurricane like New York ever had my entire life.
Yeah, Sandy.
And he had a Lamborghini worth about $300,000. Lamborghini got destroyed in the hurricane. He got the insurance money, and he bought an
F40.
F40.
Oh my God.
This is at a time where it didn't spike in price. So
yeah,
it was an even trade. It was the $300,000 Lamborghini
crazy.
for the F40.
Wow. That's
now
like $1.5
we fast forward.
car.
It's what, 15 years since Sandy, something like that. Thing's worth like $6-7 million.
Crazy car.
He's like, it was the best investment I ever made in my life.
Insane.
And he had no idea what ever happened. It was
just like that.
was just what it was.
That's crazy.
That was pretty cool.
That's crazy.
What would you say is your superpower as a realtor? What is it about Dean that makes him stand out and attracts his clients?
So my clients love that they could reach me like whenever they want. So like people ask me like, yo, like when do you sleep? Like I could text you at 2 a.m. and you'll respond. I could text you at 6 a.m. and you'll respond. It's like, dude, it's like, text me, I'll get it done.
Okay, so instant response time.
100%.
That's pretty cool.
100%. And networking.
And if I can, I was gonna lean into what I think your superpower is
Go ahead.
networking.
Yes.
Networking.
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel
a good
like you
networker.
got that natural gift
Yeah,
of listening to people.
for sure. I never judge a book by its cover. So like in a room, like I don't care what somebody looks like or who they are or what they do. Like I love to like just like give people an opportunity to converse with me. And like likewise, I'd love to have an opportunity to converse with somebody else because you never know who you're gonna meet. Or even if that person isn't like, wow, like very successful, you never know who they know. And you always gotta do right by people. So like that's why I literally like love talking to people and like seeing their story. Cause I think like every human is so different and every human has a different story to tell, and I want to know what that story is, and people like that.
So one thing I admire about you is you have a great foundation to you before we met,
Yeah,
right?
thank you.
So a lot of principles around being a great human being, right?
Thank you.
Who taught you those principles?
Both of my parents. I think my dad, I grew up with him and like seeing I grew up like seeing him work. So I was always in his office and I'd see the way he treats clients. And I was like, this is awesome. My dad would like pick up clients in a limo and like take them on showings. And like, it's just, he had a limo parked outside of his office. And I was like, yeah, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
And he's always been very humble. He's in the restaurant industry now. So like things I've seen him do is like when a family doesn't have enough money to like buy food or something, he'll be like, don't worry about it. Just feed your family and just take care of it when you can. And he always trusts that the people will come back and take care of it. And if they don't, at least they ate that night. So like just seeing what he's done for his community and like what he's done for me growing up just means a lot.
He's done an amazing job. You should be really proud.
Thank you.
And your mom too. Right?
Thank you. Yes.
There's some foundation.
For sure. 100%.
What languages do you speak?
Albanian, English. I know how to curse in Spanish.
Okay, the cursing is important.
100%. 100%. If I have to tell a real estate agent off in Spanish, I can do it for my clients.
Tell me about your ideal client. What are they like? What do they do for fun?
Okay.
Any crazy details you want to give me about your ideal client? And I know you've had quite a few in a range, from celebrities to normal people.
Yeah.
What does a typical client look like?
So, typical client looks like either an influencer or an entrepreneur. I work with a lot of entrepreneurs and influencers and a lot of celebrities, but I also work with like your average person. So like for me, there's no such thing as like a perfect client or a typical client. As long as that person is willing to, let me help them throughout their journey, I'm more than happy to work with that client.
And then in the future, what are you selling that client? That's like your super goal for this coming year.
Okay.
What is the super property that you envision that your ideal client will be buying shortly with you?
Okay, so this year so far, I've done a little over 10 million in sales, close to 20 million in sales and listings. I really want to get to the 50 million mark. As close to it, probably 40 million. Let's call it 40 million because I'm almost there.
Okay.
And like listings and sales. But my goal by the end of the year, and the year's almost over, but I think I'm going to do it, is to sell a $10 million or higher house.
Okay, so a house, a single family house?
Love to, on the ocean.
Okay. So now we're going to get specific on the details because we're inviting back people as what they speak comes true.
For sure.
So where is the $10 million house located?
So actually, I sent it to a client. It's an Ocean Ridge, beautiful house. It's 9.99 million. It's oceanfront, sick house, insane deal. I'm hoping they kind of say, hey, Dean, we want it. And if it's close enough to 10 million, I'm gonna let it count.
Okay, so in the future, when this happens,
yes,
we're gonna have you back on. We're gonna talk
100%.
all about that deal and all the craziness that happens kind of with that.
For sure.
And I want to go back to a little bit more of your journey and how you got here. So, you go from closing normal deals, let's call it, right, to your first $1 million deal.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first $1 million deal vividly?
I do. I called you. I was like, Peter, I got something locked up. It was a deal in the SLS Lux, 801 South Miami Ave, and beautiful unit. It was a 10 line, I believe. It's just under $1 million, but the asking price was around $1 million. So I'll call it $1 million deal.
Nice.
And the client's turned into a very good client and a very good friend. He's actually the best jeweler in Miami. So if anybody needs a watch or anything, you go to Timepiece Trading. Like Neil is the absolute best. He was my first $1 million deal. And like their service and what they do with watches is kind of like what Peter and I offer in real estate. It's like a one-stop shop. It's like very concierge. It's very tailored towards our clients. And we're always there for our clients and always have our clients' best interest in heart. And I think that's what people appreciate about us.
So you get that done.
Correct.
What's the feeling?
Oh, dude,
I just
it's
celebrate.
crazy. I'm so happy. I bought a watch.
You're gonna watch.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Against my advice.
100%. Peter's like, invest it, save it for taxes.
Invest
I'm
in-
like,
yeah, that
yeah,
sounds like me. But
yeah,
buying a watch is fun.
yeah,
You know, and it's good to celebrate your wins.
for sure.
And then from there comes a vote of confidence, and you continue to go in this realm of $1
100%.
million deals. And
I've
you've
sold
had
so many
$1
units in
million
SLS Lux.
and you've had $1 million listings now,
Yeah.
and all this good stuff, and you keep going to that next step.
Yeah.
Now we're at the point where, in addition to closing the $1 million deals and hitting some records, you started the Dean Group.
Correct.
And how does that feel to be the Dean Group within the
So
company?
it's super exciting because I really want to focus on the higher end deals, and I wanted to take some people on that could help me with the lower end stuff. And I've seen what Peter's been able to do for people, and I was like, like between like me and Peter, because like whenever I hire somebody, they get trained by Peter's like amazing like resources and training that he offers and that I learned from, and then as well as like what I've learned and what I have to offer. So it's like a super mix, and like it turns them into like super agents. I've hired like 4 agents in the past like week, and we just started a week ago, and they're killing it. They got their headshots done. They're on amazing routines already, and it just feels great to teach people and see people learn and kind of take what Peter and I give them and translate it into the real world.
It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
It's good to pass on some knowledge.
for sure.
You know? And so now with the non-businessy stuff, who the heck is Dean? What do you do for fun, buddy? What if you weren't working?
Okay.
How do you enjoy what's something you really enjoy that like lights your heart on fire that you could just do every day?
I like spending time with family. Love it.
Of course.
I love my fiance. Love my dog. In
Right,
terms
so
of
tell everybody
activity.
what kind of dog you got.
Golden Doodle.
Golden.
He's the best. He was supposed to be a mini, and I walked into the place and I saw him. He had green eyes. He was like this big, and I was like, "You sure he's gonna be a mini?" Because I live in an apartment, and the guy's like, 100%, 100%. I was like, "All right, I'll take him." His dog weighs like over 100 pounds now, but like he's like my best friend. And it brings me a lot of joy as well. And then in terms of stuff that I like to do for fun, once in a while, I like to go to the casino. I like to watch a lot of sports. I like going to sporting events. I just got into playing padel, and then I like to cook as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite dish?
I make the best spicy rigatoni. I make better spicy rigatoni than Carbone.
Oh, I might have to take you up on it.
Whenever you want. I'll make it right now. Do a little cooking show.
That's pretty cool. As a realtor, how do you get through your tough days? Contract fell apart.
Yeah, so I've had it,
Okay.
and I'll never forget. I had a deal in Boca for like $7 million. Remember?
Mhm.
And I was so like torn apart that it fell through because I was so excited. That would have been a big deal. It was like I think my second year in business, and I was like, dude, like I don't know if I could keep doing this. Like this broke my heart. And Peter's like, keep pushing, and I was like, but I kept pushing, and it just shows that in order to find a tremendous amount of success in life, you have to go through a lot of hard times. But I think if you could make it through those times, then there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Sounds
Yeah.
cliche, but it's true.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of like how life is. It's the challenges that you run
For sure.
We're at the segment now where you can ask any question about me or the brokerage. Just
Okay.
for fun, because it's been 95%, and we wanted to highlight you.
All
But,
right.
but I opened this up for you. One question, anything you want to know about me or the company.
Okay. How does it feel to be 20 years old, man? I mean, look at you. A good-looking guy.
20 years old. Well, yes, I was 20 years old at one
Nah,
point.
he looks 20
I
right
was
now. Look
20
at
years
him.
At one point, when I was in my 20s, I would tell people I was 28.
Yeah.
And then when I actually became 28, then I was like, I'm still 28. And they're like, how the hell did you age?
No, so my point of that comment is, look at this guy. He still looks like he's 20 years old.
Thank you.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
Of course. What was the point where you realized that you wanted to start hiring more people and training more people and growing your brand, and what made you want to do that?
So in the beginning, when I opened the company, I
Yeah.
was looking for the niche of the company.
Okay.
And then people come to me and they're like, I want to learn from you rather than all these other companies which are trying to just, I don't know, maybe mold them into a franchise type model.
100%.
So I started thinking of, okay, my experience can become someone's benefit. So I started putting my mind on paper, and
For
then
sure.
it started becoming bigger and bigger. But my first training was only 3 or 4 hours.
Wow.
That was it. And
Really?
it was like, whatever support you need after that, you
Just call me.
and,
Yeah,
and,
call me.
And the brokerage remained small for a few years
Okay.
until I got to the point where reputation and my mindset started to
Yeah.
grow at the same time.
Okay.
And I went to a seminar when the brokerage was about 50, 60 people that
Okay.
really taught me to scale. And the
Okay.
seminar was Tony Robbins. And
Okay.
it was like whatever you think you can do, you can
Yeah.
do it much grander and much
For
bigger.
sure.
It's really just a matter of
Yeah.
how you think it's possible. So I learned how to scale from there, and then we ballooned now to like 150,
Killing
and
it.
then we'll see where we kind of go from here. It's
Sky's the
really
limit.
fun, but it was knowing that I could do it,
For sure.
rather than there's no limitation.
One
Which
thing
is
about Peter is this guy loves Tony Robbins.
I do love Tony
So
Robbins.
if anybody watching this has a direct connection to Tony Robbins,
That would
I could
be
get
awesome.
Peter a one-on-one meeting with him, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Well, that's one of my goals, is to actually like shake his hand and say thank you.
We're gonna
to
make it
him,
happen.
So that'd be
We're gonna
pretty
make it
cool.
happen. We're gonna
He's-
sell him a house.
He's not that far. He's in Palm Beach.
We're gonna sell him a
We had
house.
to cross paths. I have a kid almost the same age as this kid.
We're gonna send Bruno to door knock on his door.
It's very funny. I think he's got a little tiny dog. So yeah.
It'll be good.
We're gonna end the segment with you talking to your future client that's gonna buy that $10 million waterfront house,
Okay,
and you saying to them, "I can't wait to get you the keys."
for sure.
And with that, I really thank you for being a part of the
You're the
company.
best. Thank you for
and
everything.
making time for the interview.
Always.
And just being a part of this
Anything for
wonderful
Peter.
this wonderful
for
experience
Peter.
together.
Of course.
But with that, I leave it to you to talk to your client.
Yo, we just got it under contract. Got you a crazy deal. $9 million on a $10 million house. Best price per square foot in the area for oceanfront. Listen, give me 2 weeks. I know it's a cash transaction. I'm going to give you the keys. And thank you for your trust.
Congratulations, Dean.
Our hope was today's video at Ancona Talk inspired you and you found value. If you would like to work for our brokerage, connect with one of our many agents, or use our real estate services, then all of our contact information is below for you to message us and we'll immediately reply. We send you good fortune and blessings on your journey.